Hello and a very warm welcome back to Time for Gardening. I'm so glad you could join me today. If you have a small garden, you know that the biggest challenge isn't just what to plant. It's how to create a peaceful private sanctuary without feeling like you're boxed in by four plain walls. Today we are exploring 20 ingenious and beautiful smart fence designs that blend that dreamy cottage style with modern privacy solutions. From living walls to whimsical reclaimed treasures, these ideas will help you reclaim your serenity. Make sure to stay with me until the very end, as our final inspiration is a timeless classic that adds instant estate charm to even the smallest backyard. Let's get started. We all love the iconic white picket fence. It is practically the heartbeat of a traditional American cottage aesthetic. However, the standard low height often leaves us feeling a bit too exposed to the street or the neighbor's curious glances, making it hard to truly relax in our outdoor sanctuary. To solve this without losing that timeless charm, we simply raise the height and invite climbing roses like new dawn to weave through the slats. This creates a soft, fragrant wall of petals that bridges the gaps between the pickets, offering the seclusion you crave while keeping your garden looking like a storybook dream. Sometimes a solid wooden fence can feel a bit too heavy or restrictive, turning a small garden into what feels like a wooden box. By adding decorative lattice panels to the top of an existing fence, you immediately break up that visual weight and allow the sunlight to filter through in beautiful, dappled patterns. As these lattice diamonds catch the light, they also provide the perfect scaffolding for delicate climbers like star jasmine or sweet peas. This smart addition not only extends your privacy upward, but transforms a plain boundary into a vertical tapestry of green leaves and sweet-scented blooms. For those who find beauty in the raw, organic textures of the English countryside, woven hazel or willow hurdles are a magnificent choice. These panels bring an ancient, handcrafted feel to the garden, providing a sturdy yet breathable barrier that looks like it grew right out of the earth itself. The natural variations in the wood tones create a neutral backdrop that makes the vibrant colors of your foxgloves and delphiniums truly pop. Because they are eco-friendly and blend seamlessly into the landscape, they offer a sense of hidden garden privacy that feels both rustic and incredibly sophisticated. If you are working with a very tight space where every square inch counts, why choose between a fence and a flower bed when you can have both? A living wall fence utilizes built-in planters attached directly to a solid wooden backdrop, turning a functional boundary into a lush, vertical gallery of life. This design allows you to surround yourself with cascading petunias and trailing ivy at eye level, effectively muffling street noise and blocking the outside world with a thick curtain of foliage. It's a clever way to maximize your planting area while ensuring your afternoon tea remains a private, peaceful affair. There is something deeply nostalgic and artistic about using reclaimed materials to define your garden's edge. By repurposing old wooden window frames, perhaps with their original peeling paint, you create a boundary that feels full of history and whimsical personality. The secret to privacy here lies in using frosted glass or colorful stained inserts that obscure the view while still inviting the glow of the setting sun. It transforms your fence into a series of art portals, making your small garden feel like a curated outdoor room rather than just a backyard. For a cottage garden that leans slightly more toward a modern farmhouse look, horizontal cedar slats provide clean, elegant lines that make a small space feel wider. The warm tones of the cedar offer a high-end finish that looks beautiful in all 4 seasons, even when the garden is dormant. To soften these structured lines and add an extra layer of privacy, we can train fruit trees like apples or pears to grow flat against the wood in an espalier pattern. This technique not only shields you from neighbors, but also rewards you with a vertical harvest, blending productivity with peak privacy design. privacy isn't just about the perimeter. It's about controlling the view into your most intimate spaces. Installing a tall, arched trellis gateway creates a stunning focal point that acts as a visual gatekeeper, signaling that one is entering a private, cherished part of the home. Once covered in the heavy, sweeping boughs of wisteria or honeysuckle, the archway acts as a natural screen that draws the eye upward and away from the surrounding houses. It creates a sense of mystery and depth, making even the smallest suburban lot feel like a sprawling, secret estate. The Shadowbox design is one of the smartest solutions for shared boundaries because it is truly the neighbor-friendly fence. By staggering the pickets on both sides of the rail, you create a fence that looks finished and beautiful from every angle, ensuring everyone is happy with the view. Because of the overlapping boards, the view is completely obscured when looking at an angle, yet the design still allows for a gentle breeze to pass through the garden. This keeps your cottage sanctuary from feeling too hot or stagnant in the summer, providing a private nook that stays cool and airy. Repurposing vintage shutters is a wonderful way to add a pop of color and architectural interest to a patio or a small corner of the yard. These shutters can be hinged together to create a flexible, accordion-style screen that you can move or adjust depending on where the sun, or the neighbor, is. Whether you paint them in a faded French blue or a crisp antique white, they provide an instant backdrop for your container plants. This approach allows you to create zones of privacy within your garden, giving you a cozy place to read a book without feeling watched from the windows above. If you want a privacy screen that feels light, airy, and almost magical, consider using fine copper mesh panels framed in sturdy timber. The copper has a stunning metallic glow that eventually weathers into a beautiful verdigris green, matching the natural tones of your garden perfectly. As your clematis or climbing vines begin to weave through the mesh, they create a lace curtain effect that is dense enough for privacy but light enough to let the wind dance through. It is a sophisticated, jewelry-like addition to the garden that feels both delicate and incredibly durable. while a standard brown fence gets the job done. A two-tone stain approach turns a simple boundary into a sophisticated design statement. By alternating shades, perhaps a soft sage green for the backboards and a warm cream for the front, you create a rhythmic, striped effect that mimics the cozy feel of interior wainscoting. This subtle contrast adds an incredible amount of depth to a small garden, making the fence line appear to recede rather than close in on you. It serves as a painterly backdrop that highlights the natural greens of your shrubs, giving your outdoor space the finished, polished look of a professional landscape. For those of us who find peace in the morning song of backyard birds, why not turn your privacy fence into a high-rise neighborhood for our feathered friends? Topping your fence posts with a collection of unique, whimsical birdhouses adds instant height and a touch of folk art charm that is quintessentially cottage style. As the birdhouses draw the eye upward, the fence itself becomes less of a barrier and more of a lively focal point. This clever distraction not only provides you with endless birdwatching opportunities from your porch, but also creates a living boundary that feels friendly, purposeful, and full of life. A solid wooden fence provides excellent privacy, but it can sometimes block out that precious late afternoon glow we all love. By nestling small panels of vintage stained glass into the wood at eye level, you create jewel boxes of light that cast vibrant, colorful patterns across your lawn as the sun sets. These glass inserts act like small windows to the soul of your garden, offering privacy without total isolation. They provide a wonderful sense of artistry and craftsmanship, ensuring that even on a cloudy day, your garden remains brightened by a permanent splash of color. We've all seen those cold, industrial chain-link fences that do nothing for the cottage vibe we're trying to achieve. An effortless and budget-friendly fix is to layer high-quality bamboo or reed rolls directly over the wire, instantly softening the landscape with natural, organic texture. Once the bamboo is in place, it creates a warm, neutral canvas that practically begs for a climbing rose or a thicket of lavender to lean against it. It's a brilliant way to transform a hard boundary into a soft, textured screen that feels like a secluded tropical retreat tucked right inside your cottage garden. If your garden feels a bit overlooked by taller neighboring houses, the secret is to look up. Adding a mini pergola beam along the top of your fence allows you to hang heavy, overflowing baskets of fuchsias or wave petunias, creating a floral curtain that shields you from above. This extra layer of vertical interest does more than just block a view. It creates a sense of enclosure and intimacy that makes a small garden feel like a grand outdoor room. It's the perfect marriage of structure and soft planting, providing that tucked-away feeling we all crave during a quiet afternoon outside. There is nothing more enchanting than the idea of a hidden path, even if it's just a clever trick of the eye. By painting a faux, antique-style door onto a solid section of your fence and framing it with real climbing ivy or foxgloves, you create a whimsical secret garden illusion that sparks the imagination. This design choice breaks up the monotony of a long fence line and adds a sense of mystery and depth to a compact yard. It suggests that your garden goes on forever, turning a functional privacy wall into a conversation piece that feels like it belongs in a classic storybook. For a modern farmhouse twist on the cottage style, mixing the rustic texture of corrugated metal with warm timber frames is a stroke of genius. The metal panels provide total privacy and reflect the shapes and shadows of your plants, creating a dynamic, ever-changing backdrop throughout the day. While the metal offers a touch of industrial strength, the wooden frames keep the look grounded and homey. It's an incredibly durable choice for windy areas, and the way the silver or rusted patina interacts with the soft textures of ornamental grasses is simply breathtaking. Mirrors are a well-known secret for making small indoor rooms look larger, and they work just as beautifully in the garden. Mounting circular porthole mirrors onto your fence reflects your flowers and greenery back at you, effectively doubling the visual size of your sanctuary. These mirrors also play a clever trick on prying eyes by reflecting the garden's own light and movement, making it difficult for outsiders to see in. It adds a touch of Alice in Wonderland magic to your space, creating a bright, airy atmosphere that feels much more expansive than its physical footprint. If you dream of the coast, you can bring that relaxed, seaside cottage energy to your garden, using weathered driftwood and thick nautical rope. This style of fencing feels less like a wall and more like a piece of natural art, perfect for a garden filled with sandy-colored stones and airy grasses. By interweaving the rope with fast-growing jasmine or clematis, you create a soft, permeable barrier that honors the view while still defining your private space. It's a wonderful choice for those who want a boundary that feels light, breezy, and completely at one with nature. To finish our list, we turn to the ultimate old-world classic, the combination of a manicured boxwood hedge and ornamental ironwork. This design offers a solid, green foundation for privacy, while the elegant iron spikes or scrolls on top add a layer of security and timeless style. The evergreen hedge provides a dense, year-round screen that stays beautiful even in the depths of winter, while the ironwork adds a touch of formal sophistication. It is a stately and permanent solution that says private estate, even if you're working with a cozy suburban lot. It's truly amazing how a fence can be so much more than just a boundary. It can be a canvas for your favorite climbers, a home for local birds, or even a piece of garden art. We've covered everything from the rustic charm of woven hurdles to the modern elegance of copper mesh and espalier trees. I hope these 20 ideas have sparked your imagination for your own little oasis. If you found a design that spoke to your heart today, please give this video a like and hit that subscribe button to join our growing gardening family. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these designs would you love to see in your garden? Thank you so much for watching, and remember, there's always time for gardening. I'll see you in the next one.